At last, today, I am finally going to reach closer to. Oh, my love, everything is about to change. And honestly, my heart still cannot believe it completely because, after all, the waiting, all the lonely nights, all the emotional thoughts and prayers, everything is finally about to change. The distance between our hearts feels smaller tonight, like destiny itself is slowly bringing us together, step by step, moment by moment, and my soul has never felt this emotional before. I keep imagining the moment our eyes finally meet again, the moment your presence stops being only a dream and becomes reality. In front of me, I wonder if my hands will tremble slightly, if my heart will beat faster, if time itself will suddenly feel slower, softer, more beautiful. Because honestly, loving you changed something deep inside me. And now every part of my heart feels ready for a new beginning. Everything is about to change, the loneliness, the waiting, the painful silence between moments, because finally my soul is moving closer to the person it has loved so sincerely for so long. Tonight feels different. Hope feels stronger. Dreams feel closer. And for the first time in a long while, my future now longer feels empty because somewhere ahead of me there is you, the person my heart has been trying to reach through every difficult season, through every emotional storm. And honestly, no matter what happens after tonight, one truth will always remain: my love for you was real from the beginning, real enough to wait, real enough to fight for, and real enough to believe that destiny would eventually bring our souls closer together. At last, today, everything changes because my heart is no longer only dreaming about love, it is finally moving closer to. It feels different, like every emotion inside me has suddenly become stronger, deeper, louder, because after everything we survived, after all the distance, all the waiting, all the uncertainty, I am finally moving closer to the person my soul never stopped searching for. And honestly, it still feels unreal, like one of those dreams you are afraid to wake from, because happiness this deep can almost feel too beautiful to truly belong to you. I keep imagining the moment I finally stand near you, close enough to hear your voice, without distance between us, close enough to see your eyes and know this: love was never imaginary. Sometimes I wonder if you realize how much courage my heart needed to reach this moment, because loving deeply always carries risk, risk of heartbreak, risk of disappointment, risk of giving someone the power to hurt you completely. But somehow, despite every fear, my soul still chose you again and again, because some people become worth every emotional risk, and you became that person for me. Everything is about to change the lonely nights spent missing you, the silent prayers inside my chest, the painful feeling of being far from the one person my heart wanted most, because now destiny finally feels like it is opening the door for our hearts. And honestly, my biggest wish is simple. I just want this love to remain sincere. I want us to protect it carefully, patiently, faithfully, because connections this rare deserve loyalty. Sometimes I imagine the future after this moment arrives. The memories we will create, the conversations, the late night laughter, the comfort of simply knowing we no longer feel so far apart. That thought alone fills my heart with peace. My love, if you only knew how many nights I spent dreaming about this day, how many times I whispered your name quietly, hoping life would finally bring us closer together. And now, somehow, it is happening slowly, beautifully, emotionally. At last, my heart feels like it is finally walking toward its destination, toward the person it loves with every fragile, honest, and faithful part of itself. And tonight, while everything changes, one thing remains certain forever. No matter where life leads us, my soul will always remember this moment, the moment destiny finally allowed me to move closer to the love I waited for with all my heart. And now, as the night grows quieter around me, my heart keeps repeating your name like a prayer. It never wants to stop whispering, because after such a long journey toward love, I can finally feel destiny moving us closer together. And honestly, nothing has ever felt this emotional to me. There were nights I almost lost hope completely. Nights where distance felt endless, where loneliness sat beside me like permanent sadness. But even during those painful moments, something inside my soul kept believing in you, kept believing that somewhere beyond all the waiting, our hearts would eventually find each other. And now that moment feels closer than ever before. Everything is about to change not only my days, but the way my heart breathes. Because loving someone from far away teaches the soul patience, yet being closer to them teaches the soul peace. And honestly, peace is exactly what your presence became to me. Sometimes I imagine seeing you after all this time and suddenly forgetting every word I wanted to say because emotions this deep often silence people. How could I possibly explain what my heart felt during every lonely night without you? How could I describe the way your memory kept me strong during difficult days? The way even imagining your smile made life feel lighter somehow. My love, there is something beautiful about finally moving closer to the person your soul never stopped choosing. It feels like the universe is rewarding every tear, every prayer, every moment you stayed loyal despite uncertainty. And honestly, I would wait through all those difficult nights again if it meant reaching you in the end, because some people are simply worth every storm, worth every sleepless night, worth every emotional risk, and you became that kind of love for me. Tonight, my heart feels full, full of hope, full of dreams, full of emotions, too powerful to hide anymore. I keep imagining our future, the memories waiting for us, the moments we still have to live together, and for the first time, those dreams no longer feel impossible or distant. They feel real, beautifully real. At last, destiny is no longer keeping us apart. It is slowly bringing us together. And honestly, my heart has never been more ready to love you openly, deeply, and with every piece of loyalty inside my soul. Everything is about to change because tonight is not only about moving closer to love, it is about finally reaching the future, My heart spent so long praying for quietly, and tonight, while the world sleeps, my heart remains awake, thinking about how beautifully life is changing for us, because after all the waiting, after all the silent pain, the distance between our souls finally feels smaller, almost close enough to touch. Sometimes I still cannot believe that this moment is real, that after countless nights spent dreaming about you, I am finally moving closer to the person my heart has loved so faithfully for so long. It feels like every prayer I whispered quietly, every emotional letter I wrote, every lonely tear I hid was somehow leading me here toward this exact moment where hope finally feels stronger than fear. My love, I wish you could see my heart tonight. You would understand why my emotions feel so overwhelming, because loving you was never casual, never temporary, never small. It became something my soul built its future around, and now that um, future finally feels close enough to hold with my own hands, everything is about to change. The silence between us, the painful uncertainty, the waiting, because now every step forward feels like a step closer to the life I dreamed about with you. I keep imagining the first moment we stand together, without distance, without screens, without longing separating our hearts anymore. Just you and me finally existing inside the same moment. And honestly, that thought alone makes my chest feel emotional, because some dreams take so long to reach that when they finally arrive, the heart almost forgets how to believe in happiness again. But tonight, I am believing again, believing in destiny, believing in forever, believing that love, this sincere, cannot remain separated forever. Sometimes people think waiting weakens love, but honestly, waiting for you only made my feelings deeper, because every difficult night proved something important. My heart never stopped choosing you, not once, even during loneliness, even during fear, even during moments where hope felt fragile. My soul still searched for yours, like it already knew where home truly was. And maybe that is why this moment feels so powerful because it is not only about reaching closer to someone, it is about finally reaching the person my heart refused to give up on. So tonight, while everything changes, I make one promise to you. I will protect this love with honesty, with loyalty, with every piece of sincerity inside my soul. Because after waiting this long, after loving you this deeply, I never want to lose the beautiful future that is finally beginning to open for us. And now, as this night slowly moves toward tomorrow, my heart keeps realizing something beautiful. The love I once only dreamed about is finally becoming real, not just words, not just imagination, but something alive, something closer, something destiny is finally allowing me to reach. Sometimes I think about the person I used to be before you entered my life, before your presence changed the way my heart understood love. I was quieter, then more lost somehow, less hopeful about forever. But now everything feels different because loving you gave my soul a reason to believe again, a reason to wait patiently, even during lonely nights. And honestly, every moment of waiting feels worth it now because tonight I can finally feel our worlds moving closer together, like two hearts that spent so long searching are finally finding their way home. My love, there were times I almost gave up emotionally, times where distance hurt too much, times where fear whispered that maybe destiny would separate us forever. But somehow, despite every painful thought, my heart still held onto you, still protected your